All right. Listen, let's, speaking of these clowns that are up on the stage, Sick Santorum said on a radio show last week that the Republican Party's strategy for reducing what he called the Democratic advantage. Now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later tonight. Reducing the Democratic advantage means rigging the voting process even more than it already is to deny people who would normally vote Democratic the right to vote. I'll get to that a little bit later tonight. But Sick Santorum says the Republican Party's strategy for reducing the Democratic advantage should be to marry off all the single mothers who, quote, look to the government for help, end quote. He said he was talking to this sick jackass Tony Perkins, president of this neo-fascist religious think tank called the Family Research Council, and Sick Santorum said to Tony, quote, look at the political base of the Democratic Party. It is single mothers who run a household. Son of a bitch, really? I had no idea. Did you, gentle listener, did you realize that the base of the Democratic Party is made up of single mothers who run a household? I'll be damned. I had no idea. I didn't know that up until this year, my family was run by a single mother. I had no idea. He then went on to say, quote, why? Because it's so tough economically that they look to the government for help, and therefore they're going to vote. So if you want to reduce the Democratic advantage, what you want to do is build two-parent families. Yoo-hoo! You eliminate that desire for government, end quote. Well, just make sure that they're different sex two-parent families, right? Sick? Huh? Isn't that what that's what you mean, isn't it, Sick? The main problem Sick Santorum would face, of course, in efforts to reduce the number of single mothers in the country is that he opposes all forms of family planning, abortion, sex education. Son of a bitch. This is America. This is the swill that we have up on that stage. Now, Sick Santorum supports the federal abortion ban, even in cases of rape and incest, of course. This is a guy who gets some kind of pleasure out of handling the corpse of a fetus. I don't understand this man except to realize that he is another sociopath. He voted down funding for teen pregnancy prevention programs. Voted it down. Well, if you fund teen pregnancy prevention programs, the little boogers are going to go out like a bunch of bunnies and just get pregnant all over the place. The best way to do this, don't talk about it. He did support the Title V, so-called abstinence-only program, that forbids the discussion of contraception. Forbids it. You can't talk about it in schools. No. And he opposes insurance coverage of birth control for low-income women. You know, this assault on women, this is another thing I don't understand. How can any woman in America vote Republican unless they are a completely brainwashed, flatlined Christian spouse who will do exactly what her husband says, including standing there with her chin out while he knocks the hell out of her once again? Am I yelling already? I guess I am. Sick Santorum also voted for measures that would increase the financial burden on single mothers, thereby making them more dependent on government services. He supported the so-called family cap in 1995 during the Clinton welfare reform years. You remember that good old liberal Bill Clinton. Santorum supported the family cap that forbids states to give mothers on welfare more financial assistance after the birth of a child. I see. But God forbid anybody touch that fetus. But once the child's born, tough. No more money. You pig. Oh, you pigs. Oh, and he also voted against the Family and Medical Leave Act, which would have ensured 12 weeks of unpaid leave for women to care for their new babies. This is a Nazi son of a bitch. I don't care how much he talks about his Christianity. He is not a Christian. He is I don't know, just some kind of a sick man. And there he stands up there with this cadre of clowns. This disgusting panel of white males and one black male standing there trying to out-fascist each other. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know why I even give a damn. You know, it's not my game. It really isn't. It's not my game. Good God, I wish these freaks would get their rapture. Oh, I wish they'd get their rapture.